Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Uesugi campaign for Shogun 2. Now, at the end of last episode, we left things off with the Iko attacking our capital at Echigo. So today, we're starting things off with the defensive battle at the castle. Now, as you can see, I have no idea where the enemy is deploying, and it's a very foggy day as well. Not that it matters too much with our minimap, but there's not much I can do apart from start battle, and we can see they're starting down here, so that's this way, right? Okay, let me slow things down a moment, because I just want to make sure I get my troops into position. We've got plenty of time, by the looks of it, but the game does act a bit weird, I've noticed. Maybe it's just me. But anyway, we want my bowmen to be here on the front, so if you guys can run into position, that would be fantastic. And what I'm going to have to do with my Yari Ashigaru is I'm going to let my bowmen have a moment to get into position, and then I'm going to have to hide these guys behind the walls as well. Because if I head over to the enemy force over here in the far distance, in fact, let's just speed things up normal. So you can see the enemy have a lot of bow ronin, a unit of Yari Ashigaru on this side. Then over here, another unit of bow ronin and their two generals. Now the generals themselves, as you've seen in previous battles, we don't have to worry about until the very end of the battle. But we're going to have to worry a bit about the bow ronin. The reason being is that the bow ronin are the Iko equivalent of bow samurai. So while they're not going to be as good in close combat as facing, say, katana ronin or Yari ronin, they are still going to be better than probably facing some of my bowmen. So while we do have some dedicated troops thanks to our Yari Ashigaru as well as my samurai retainers, it's still going to be a little difficult than I was going to be hoping for. And it doesn't help when the game doesn't put you into bloody position. Move! Guys, why are you doing this to me? Why? I just want you over here, it's not that difficult. Thank you, game. Thank you. You see what I gotta work with, people? Anyway, now that my bowmen have sort of get into position, I'm going to try and do the same with my Yari Ashigaru. I don't want these guys taking too much damage from the enemy missile fire, so if I can keep them either out of range or behind some walls, that's only going to help us out. So let's keep you guys back here, and when we need to, we'll just have to charge forward with them. Now, they're just making their way over the water, or so they should be within range pretty soon. Yeah, not too far away now. Let's get you guys to shuffle a bit more over, if you can. Let's try that. Just so we have a few more bows facing towards the enemy. And if you guys can do this before they get into range, that would be perfect as well. And there we go. Perfect. Alright, let's speed things up a little bit. And let me just remind myself, I do have I do have a tower here. Tower's going to start firing on the position as well. Now I could have... Oh god, they got fire arrows. Crap. So that's going to do extra damage to my troops. You can already see that, well, we've taken over 40 casualties just from that first volley alone. So, yeah, that's not looking too good, really. Alright, you guys are getting a little closer. I want the bowmen to try and focus on one unit of these guys at a time. Let's get the tower firing on the position as well. We'll even use some fire arrows of our own. It's not going to do much, but it might do something. Now, you guys are making your way up, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab you guys. Let's pull you back here. Get you into loose formation, and then I'm going to run you guys forward. Hopefully we'll get there fast enough for us to be able to hold them at the walls. Otherwise, let me just check their climbing. Okay, they are coming up towards my second unit. Let's pull you guys back as well, as quickly as you can, please. I'll put you guys into loose formation as well. I'm going to bring you guys in to try and fight them. Hopefully this will stop them from shooting so much at my melee infantry, because they'll be hitting their own troops. But if we can get my two bowman units to fire on that unit then. You've taken a few casualties. Let's have... Yeah, you guys fire on them. Sorry, this unit. Fire on them as well. In fact, we'll take advantage and use some of my fire arrows as well. Just to try and do some early damage. Now, it should be a pretty one-sided fight. We do have two of our Yari Ashiguro going up against one of theirs. And not all of them are fighting at the moment. Yeah, they are shaken. We are taking some arrow fire though, so I'm going to have to pull these guys back in a minute. But yeah, they're starting to waver. It's good news. Alright, where are the generals? Generals are still hiding all the way back in the river. They really don't want to get too close, do they? Alright. Now these guys have put in loose formation. You can see they've spread out a bit more just to try and take less fire. It's not as effective. As you can see here, these guys have taken a ton of casualties still. Despite the fact that they are in loose formation. It's just one of those things, unfortunately. Right. Have you finished off that unit? We did. Right. Let's get the two Yari units back here. In fact, let's pull you guys back. Let's get you guys here and back underneath there. Same with you guys. One into position here, please. Now, as I said with the Ronin, these are masterless samurai, so they're not loyal to any particular lord. So I know some things tend to see them as dishonorable characters, no different than a bandit or brigand. That's not always the case. Sometimes it's just misfortune. You can imagine your lord being killed, or dying from old age, and you haven't had and you don't have a successor, then it makes complete sense that you would have no master temporarily. Does that make you a Ronin? Yes, it does. But until you sign on and become the follower of another lord, then not much is going to change there. You're going to still be that, you know? Anyway, let's move you guys forward a bit. I'm going to get the samurai retailers to try and join in this time. In fact, let's have a look, see what they're doing. It's just one unit. Oh no, both units are coming up. Right. We'll get you guys to come running down as well. And you guys can come. There we go, there we go, there we go. Right. Yeah, you guys focus over this side. You guys focus on this side. Your jobs are basically just to kill anyone that you can shoot without hitting my own troops in the process. Right, yes, you guys can charge forward too, please. Now, while our forces are now dedicated to slaughtering the other, I'm going to take a moment just to slow things down and actually enjoy the combat. Because Shogun 2 is got to be my favourite of sort of the close combat mechanics, and watching the characters, you know, the men in the units fight one another. Because the way they set it up for Shogun 2 is to fight them so it's more one-on-one. You can see over here, for example, these two soldiers just fighting away at one another just then, dueling until this unit has shattered. And I always liked that aspect of the game. You can see these cool little bits like this guy, particular guy just slashing his sword through this person's throat. It's just really, really cool to watch, especially with the blood splatters, just like proper Japanese films, you know? But it's something I feel, while they try to keep to the same pattern in later games, they still have that element of enemies trying to fight, you know, units trying to fight one-on-one with individual soldiers, which doesn't quite work when you're talking about something like a Roman legion phallic, you know, formation, shields up, fighting away, and you're watching enemies, you know, units actually separating from the formation to go and attack enemies one-on-one. Just doesn't make sense to me. So, but watching the animations in this is just really, really cool, you know? Especially when you can see them, some of them rolling back from thing. Or this one here, this guy just got elbowed in the stomach, causing him to fall to the ground on his knees. And the guy's just slashed his head off. It's so cool to watch. It really, really is. Anyway, let's speed things up, or else I can be sitting here watching the battle for all this time. Where are my own retailers? These guys are definitely in the front. They are doing a bit of damage. You can see they're shaken. The enemy general now is starting to make their way in. Okay. Bowmen, start firing on the enemy commander, please. And you guys too. Tower, you can fire away on their position as well. I think now, yeah, we've wiped out the enemy's Ronin. So all we got to do really is finish off their generals. So I'm going to get you to pull back. And we'll grab you as well to go and chase down the commander. Alright, the bowmen are trying to retreat. Don't know why he's running up here. Maybe they're obviously trying to find the mechanism for the gates to open it. But there we go, one general shattered. The other one is broken as well. Any second now. Victory will be mine. Alright, let's get the bowmen over here. I want to try and finish off some of them. So I'm going to get you guys to run over here. The other bowmen can run over here. And if I can get one unit now to chase these guys down, just temporarily, then I will be happy. I'm getting the bowmen just to try and get a few late shots on, but are we going to catch up with them, do you think? I think it'd be very, very close. All you need is like a Benny Hill soundtrack. Anyway, looks like we managed to catch up to them. I'm quite surprised about that. But that's fine. I can't spot the enemy commander there. I think it's actually this guy. Oh no, that's a member of the Bow Ronin. There's only one man left of his 85 units. Okay, 3. We're going to catch up with them before they get off the battlefield. We did. Excellent. In that case, we can quit the battle. A close victory, the game says. I don't know about that. I'll have to see how many casualties we took. I didn't check. Oh, obviously, I couldn't check just then, actually. But I think we did alright. It probably took a few thanks to the fire arrows. But generally, I thought it was okay. Anyway, what's this death poem say? The warmth of summer, an arrow floats on the breeze, and I didn't get to read the last of it. Never mind. We took 388 losses in that fight, but we managed to kill 539. Oh no, we killed 466. The towers killed, what, an extra 73? But we left the enemy with just 9 men left. I'm happy with that. And one advantage as well is that because it's the end turn phase, we'll get a turn of replenishment. So our garrison should be coming up back to full strength relatively quickly. Now over here is where I'm going to have an eye on, because... Oh, disease. Oh crap, in Sagami. -2 happiness, 50% to the cost of recruiting land units. Right. Well, Sagami, if I remember right, is being exempted from tax at the moment. So, yeah, we'll leave it for another turn, I think, before we end up trying to tax them. So, what I want to do is get you to try and attack Izu. We want to go after Mishima Castle, and it took me a while to remember, until I was going through the footage from the last episode, that the castles have different names than the provinces. So, yeah, if we wanted to attack, we can't reach it this turn. It's going to be winter next turn, right. I'm going to hide you in the trees right here. We've got an Oda army there, but we are at peace. In fact, let me check my diplomacy a second. We are unfriendly with them now. I'm just wondering, would it be worth... Because they were offering me trade last time. Deal satisfactory. Okay. Hopefully, that might help us out a bit, because if we pop on unfriendly now, it's still -48, because they are allied with the Takeda, but it has improved our diplomatic standing a bit. So, in terms of the Takeda, we've got Izu province that we're going to try and take. And we've still got their 2 regions over here, in South Shinano and Hida. Now I've got my other army sitting right here, but can we go after this army here? Ugh, it'd be iffy. Mainly being because their Yari Samurai are going to be much better than my Yari Ashigaru. We'll have the missile advantage thanks to us having 2 bows against their 1. Nah, what I'm going to do, I'll take advantage of the winter. If they don't retreat back, let me retreat back to my own castle. If they don't attack me this turn and try and fight a battle at North Shinano, at Matsumoto Castle, then they will start taking attrition in the following turn and we can chase after them and kill them off. So we can do that then. Now let's have a look back at Echigo a second. Yeah, we'll be okay. I wouldn't mind trying to kill off their last commander here. So let's just grab a force of troops. Apparently I can't move all of them. Why is that? You can move. Okay, for whatever reason you can't move. And you can't move. But you can, and you two can't. Okay, that's a bit weird, but sure. 400 men against what? We still lost one man in that fight. Fair enough. We managed to kill him off anyway. Ah, might be because of the ninja. Army sabotage. Right, that might be why. Never mind. We'll move you back into here. Oh, we can't quite reach it this turn. That's okay though. Public order is fine. In fact, speaking of public order, is there anywhere else? Musashi? What's your looking like public order-wise? +6. So we can start taxing you guys now. The only thing I'm a little concerned about is this situation here. We've got a Satomi army right across the river. We do have a Hojo army here, but I don't think that army is going to be strong enough to take on that army, is it? They do have Naginata Samurai. Right, that reminds me of something else I need to do. Let's go to here a minute, and let's have a look. We can only recruit one unit at a time? Oh, that sucks. Fine. We will get a hand on some bowmen. Between those and the garrison, I think we'll be okay, but if we can get my hands on some bowmen, that will help defend the attack from there. And if we head here a minute, it was actually suggested that, by long-time viewer Alan Wonderpakala, that with Sagami, what I should do is get rid of the Siege Engineers Workshop, which I forgot all about to be honest, and swap it out instead for a Naginata School. That way, or Naginata Dojo if you prefer. That way then we can combine it with the Nodachi School, which I believe... Yeah, we can't recruit it, but we can recruit them. But then combine that then with a Weaponsmith, all those units will get +2 to melee attack. So we'll be able to use Sagami as our main recruitment area for our Samurai melee infantry. Kai will be for our cavalry. And then Echigo most likely will be our archery range, thanks to our access to warrior monks up there, once we finish that research. But I think that is everything, so let's hit enter. You're kidding me. You absolute bastards. I've literally just got trade with you this turn, and you're now... Oh. Fine. You know what? Call my allies in. Thank you, Hojo. I was really hoping to avoid going to war against the Oda clan. Never mind. We'll just work around it. So, Mitsuke increases in rank, thank you. Trade agreement broken. Eager to serve. We don't really need another commander right now. In fact, we probably do actually. If we're going to have to fight the Oda, I think it could be useful for us to get our hands on another warrior. Yeah, let's enlist him. And he's going to be up in Echigo, right? No, not you guys. Stick him in here. Here he is. Alright, what sort of character are you? Just a standard character, right? What I'm going to do with you, I'm going to bring you down to North Shinano. Should be reasonably safe for him to do that. We'll let these guys take a turn of attrition, and then we'll hopefully be able to chase after them. Right. You're all set here. In fact, you've recruited your unit of Yari Cavalry. That was going to go with my new army up here, but I can't get there because of that unit. So you guys can stay where you are for now. Okay, let's get you guys to go after Mishima Castle. What's it looking like? Oh, pretty straightforward. Okay, we'll go and take this. Should be an easy enough fight. Took a couple of losses, but we'll easily get those back doing the replenishments. But we've got a level up. Oh, that's good news. Alright, peacefully occupy. Increase in rank. Damn, we're actually in -1 food surplus right now. It's okay though. It's okay. Right. Let's prepare the castle first of all. I do kind of feel like wanting to take advantage of this now and get my hands on a ninja. Nah, I'll leave it for now. We do actually have access to a gold mine, though. When we can upgrade it, I'm definitely going to be doing that. But, now we have to deal with the odor. So, unfortunately, we don't have actually anything close to a proper map of the world, apart from what's on here. But, let's have a look. The plan with this army was to originally march after somewhere like Hida. But in hindsight, what I'll get this army to do is march south to South Shinano. Because it's surrounded by mountains, it looks like it'd be a fairly protected territory. It's been a long time since I've played Shogun 2, so I could be wrong, but if we can take that, that would be great, and then we can push back up and attack Hida. This will then allow us to either continue marching up and then back into the northern part of Japan at the coast, or we can try and hold it. With regards to the south then, what I'm thinking is that we could take Suraga. If we take this, it's only a minor settlement right now, so it'd be in our best interest to try and improve things a bit. But if we can take Suraga, or even push forward towards Satomi, that will give us a very defensive position because the enemy will not be able to get past us without taking the castles. We could even push all the way up towards Mikawa as well, but it depends on the enemy forces. If we do something like that, that will mean we can hold a very defensible position, as long as we recruit enough units for it. So, we'll have to try and do that. For now though, let's go back to my army, and upgrade our daimyo. Get 3 points this time. Definitely want to go into finishing off stand and fight, for +3 melee attack for all infantry. And I'm going to go for level 3 here as well, stealthy, so we can get access to night battles. That should hopefully help things out a bit. Now, let's have a look here. How are your movements looking? Right, you guys are taking some damage during this turn phase, so that's great, but it looks like you've done something to these guys. I was hoping... Do you think I can bring these close enough that we might be able to get them to act as reinforcements if we get under attack here? Because to be honest, Sagami is pretty protected right now, for the most part. I mean, you guys might try an attack, but I think we'll be okay. Alright, let's get you guys exempted for the moment. Oh no, you are provided 502. Wow. Okay. Yeah. What I'll do, let's move you two. I'll keep one unit behind actually. Let's move you guys here. Just so you can get within reinforcement range of the castle in case this army attacks us. Not that I can do much more than that, unfortunately. I mean, I can't get these guys to come down and support or anything like that. And the surplus, the penalty with food is going to affect public order. So, let's hit enter. And just hope for the best, really. We've got some agents joining our army, but that's not really helping me out, is it? Okay, got a tiny army heading towards Kai. But, as we've seen before, we'll be able to defend that easily enough. What is going to be a problem is, if I pop through here, did you guys notice the large Hatakeyama force that started moving around here? I did. Right. Could try and get some bow samurai or something under our command. I would prefer to try and get the... Oh no, we can't do that yet because we have got how many more turns of research? 4 more turns. Before we can upgrade the archery school to a foot archery range and unlock the warrior monks with bows. Damn it, I've only got so much money to spend. Right. I'm going to get a unit of bow samurai, just because they are going to be reasonably good when it comes to shooting. I'll get another unit of you guys, just because, why not? And let's have a quick look elsewhere. The situation over here is okay. I'm going to move you guys inside. You guys now should hopefully be able to... Oh wow, they barely took any damage from that attrition. Sure. Let's take you guys then to go after these. Banspar is somewhat in my favour, so I'm just going to hit the auto-resolve. Noticing the time, and that we've only got so much. There we go. Took a few losses, but we ended up with the most amount of troops. Hopefully now we'll be able to finish them off. Can we reach them? We can. Go and kill them off for me. Still got a few men under his command, and they are samurai as well, so we're going to take a few more casualties than we should do, but still, only 73. Slash him down. And that's a Takeda force we no longer have to deal with. So, we're going to pull you guys back towards there. What I'm going to do with you actually now, I'm going to pull you back towards here. Having a general, even in the army garrison, will help things out when we have to deal with that enemy army coming down. The food is going to be an issue, but not much I can do about that. So, what do I want to try and do? I feel it's in my best interest to try and go after Suruga, just so we can get that defensive position sorted out here, and then we can go back and deal with the Satomi. Unless we're lucky enough to maybe get a peace treaty with the Satomi or something. Let's have a look. We might actually be able to attack Suruga straight away. Oh. Okay, let's try it. Okay. Oh, not quite. Strange, we had enough movement to attack the castle, but we can't attack the soldier that's closer to us than the castle. Figure. Never mind, we should be able to take it in the following turn, assuming that there's no enemy reinforcements coming in. Here, unfortunately, I'm going to have to do some exemptions from taxes. What about you? We at least got something coming in from here. It's not a lot, but it's something. Right. Where did we want to build? We wanted to build the Yari drill, didn't we, eventually? Okay. Let's also come back here a second, grab my unit of Yari cavalry, and let's move you up now to join up with their commander. Ideally, I would have liked to try and take some more replenishment, but what we'll do actually, let's grab the monk. And you go level up too. Okay. Let's just go all in on magistrates. And let's have a look. -1 happiness to provinces when this man's present, but +2 to repression. +1 to cunning. That one's only going to give me a net bonus of +1. So I'm going to go for a hunting dog. But you, monk, Munachika, I'm going to get you to march into South Shinano as a spy. Just so I can see what the enemy have got coming in. So they do have another army here. Right. Let's see if we can demoralize them. Failed. Okay. That's alright. We'll push forward then, in fact. Can I get you to get past, do you think? It's still neutral in terms of public order, so it'll be okay. I just wanted to spy out what the enemy have got down here. So they do have a market, a stronghold, fortification, stoneworks. Remind me what stoneworks does. -30% to cost of construction buildings, 200 to wealth, and extra trade resource of stone. Okay. Improved irrigation, I believe that's the level I'm already on, isn't it? Oh no, we can actually improve North Shinano. That would actually help us out massively, if I was aware of that. Oh well. Okay. You're going to stay here for a turn and get replenishment. Let's level you up while I remember to do so. I'm going to get you a bit more focused on attack, so we'll go for a point there and a point there. As for a retailer, +1 to loyalty and +1 for morale. I'm going to go for the loyalty. I mean, he is really loyal anyway, but might as well help a bit with that, eh? Okay, let's go on to diplomacy a second. Speak to someone like you guys.
I did not think you had the courage to come before me.
Offer
But
access?
speak now that you're here.
Okay. He's not willing. Just seeing if we can reduce the amount of enemies we have to deal with, especially with someone like the Hatakayama. Okay, you're not happy to do that. What about that Date? We haven't even fought one another yet.
You are here like an honest man at the front gate.
Nope. Okay, I want to finish off the Takeda. And because it's always worth a try,
Speak, if you must.
I have had times, believe it or not, when the enemy have declared war on me, and I've turned around and said to them, well, actually, do you want peace? And they've said, yeah. So, you never know until you try it. Alright, the armies retreat back into Suruga. That's fine by me. If the Hojo want to focus instead on going after that enemy force, and go after the Satomi, then that's fine. They can keep those busy. I'll just keep an eye on my borders in the meantime. Ah. Right. Well, on the plus side, kind of glad now I sent that extra units of Ashigaru. Okay, this is actually going to be a tough fight to fight, because while we obviously got the defensive position, the enemy do have lots of bow samurai and Yari samurai, which are going to be far superior to my Ashigaru troops. We do have one unit of our own Yari samurai and the samurai retainers, so we do have something to use. But it's going to be a tough fight, and our balance bar does show that. But we'll sort things out next episode. For now though guys, thank you for watching today's one. I hope you enjoyed, and you do join me next time for some more Shogun 2. But until then everybody, take care, stay safe, and goodbye for now.